The one player that I don't want to see is running back Ashton Genty go to the Bears. I don't want to see it happen. I feel like he's a solid player. Many people believe that he's going to go 6 to the Raiders, but he could fall. And my response was, I respect everyone's opinion, but I do think that the Bears would be a much more potent offense with a great leader like Ben Johnson, who knows the game offensively, with a young quarterback and a young stud running back behind a revamped offensive line. I don't want to see that. And I do think that clearly the Bears want Genty to fall. But I look, when you look at the Bears, they got some capital. They got a lot of picks in the first 100. They could package some to move up to number 6. And I think if you love a player and you feel like they help you, I'm not so certain that the Bears are going to just sit back and be comfortable selecting where they are. They could move. So that's a player I don't want to see, because that would be a problem for the Lions, even though I know the Lions have a great defensive line interior. When Aleem McNeil does get healthy, they will be able to be stout against the run with currently Lopez and Aleem McNeil down the road, and DJ Reader. And hopefully if Broderick Martin does develop, he'll be a big-bodied interior nose tackle that can help potentially do some things. So we'll see how that plays and how that shakes out with the defensive tackles and the interior, as well as the defensive ends and the linebackers that the Lions have. And then another player too, and the team that you're just going to have to watch because they're on your schedule. I don't want to see a significant pass rusher another one land with the Eagles. I just think that if Pierce falls there, that's going to raise some eyebrows. If you get a Dominic or a Donovan Ezuraku go there, or a player that falls like a Nick Scourton that maybe ends up going there, I don't want to see an impactful defender go to the Eagles. So clearly the picks of the Commanders, of the Bears, the division, as well as the Eagles are going to be definitely on my radar. But the one player is I don't want to see Ashton Genty fall to the Chicago Bears. Who's the one player that you think could be hurt, that could hurt the Detroit Lions, especially if they land with an opponent that's on the 2025 schedule?
I have two, and they're both offensive guys. You mentioned the Bears. I think if Tyler Warren lands in Chicago, that's going to be a tough assignment for anybody, because we know how Ben Johnson used Sam Laporta. As a rookie, he had a massive year with the Lions. But I think when you look at Tyler Warren is a much more polished prospect than Sam Laporta was. He's one of the best tight end prospects to come through in recent years. Now you plug that in with Ben Johnson and his creativity on the offensive side of the ball, and tight ends have had a lot of success with Ben Johnson as the offensive coordinator. Right before Hockenson got traded, he was having a really good year. Laporta's had 2 pretty solid years under Ben Johnson's guidance, and now Johnson's going to Chicago. And if he brings in Tyler Warren, who is one of the best, most versatile all-around prospects we've seen in a little while at the position, that could be scary. That could be really scary if he lands there. And the other one is Tet McMillan, because the Lions play such a heavy amount of press man coverage and this sort of thing defensively. Tet McMillan, with his size and his frame, could be a nightmare for a team that likes to play press coverage, because he's so physical, he's fast, and he's big, and he can go up and catch the ball in contested situations. So I think McMillan could cause a lot of problems for the Lions defense as well. But those are the two guys really that I'm keeping an eye on, saying, please don't go to the NFC North. Please don't go to the NFC North. Please.